The Shek Report, with Dave Damashek reporting.
Damashek here. Happy New Year. The 2013 regular season is in the books. The playoffs are nigh. Real quick, let's take one last look back at Week 17. Just remember, players and coaches, don't get angry at me if I call your name. Ultimately, I didn't do this to you. You did this to you. Let it begin! At number 5, the bloodbath of Black Monday. What happened? Was there a rule passed requiring any team that didn't make the playoffs to fire its head coach? Fans of teams whose coaches just got fired might be feeling a tinge of optimism for brighter days ahead, at least until they realize the new coach will be plucked from the same heap of coaches who just got fired. Oh yeah, and Lovie Smith and Jack Del Rio. It's a game of musical chairs that no one wins. And by the way, how did this guy keep his job? Shame! At number 4, all you online cynics who 2 seconds after Aaron Rodgers won the NFC North for the Packers diminished his heroic deed by blaming Bears safety Chris Conte for a blown coverage. It was 4th and 8, the season on the line. All-out blitz, Rodgers, in his first game since the Bears broke his collarbone, sidestepped those same Bears to win the division. If that's not good enough for you, I suggest you take up, I don't know what else, but something else. Now it's time for this week's Get Out of Shame free card, which goes to the Texans and Titans for actually showing up and playing their game, which I'm almost positive they actually did. I can't say for sure, because like you, I didn't watch, but these images strongly suggest there was, in fact, a game in Nashville. Unless they replayed an old game between those two teams, not like anyone would know the difference. Either way, kudos on the integrity, guys. Now, back to the shameful. At number 3, the Houston Texans and their QB Matt Schaub. Connor Halstead let me know why on Twitter. Matt Schaub's first and last throws of the seasons were interceptions. Telling. As a Houston fan, can I get some shame? Yes, Connor. Yes, you can. Shame. And there's more where that came from, Texans, if you don't take Johnny Football with the first overall pick. He's from Texas, after all. It's time for a fresh, new pro football story out of the Lone Star State. You know, after 8 years of that other story. Speaking of which, at number 2, it wasn't just Orton's Cowboys looking an awful lot like Romo's Cowboys with the season on the line. There was a decade's worth of heartbreak condensed into one apocalyptically painful Sunday afternoon. 2 weeks after wins in snowy Pittsburgh and at home against the mighty Pats, the Dolphins sure picked a bad time to fall flat at home to the Jets. Meantime, the defending champs got whipped by the Bengals in spite of the fact Cincy played Andy Dalton at QB. Then there were the Steelers, who did win, but then had to watch the Chiefs overcome 20 of their starters sitting to have the Chargers beaten, only to watch Ryan Suckup miss the game-winning field goal that should have been flagged but wasn't, then still lose in overtime, even though they really won. In fact, saying the Chargers clinched a playoff spot is hereby disallowed. The verb clinched gives them way too much credit. They couldn't even clinch the football on that fake punt. Let's instead say the Chargers didn't not deserve a playoff spot less than nobody but some others. And that brings me to number 1 and the brown paper bag of shame, which fittingly goes to the Cleveland Browns. Maybe a team that calls itself brown but wears orange hats deserves what it gets, but not the fans, and definitely not the coach who only got 1 season to fix the decades of awfulness. Don't be too hard on the Browns, though. It's not like there's another steady, successful team in the region after whom they might model themselves. Oh, wait. Yeah, there is. The Steelers have had 3 coaches since 1969. The Browns have had 3 coaches since 2012. Good tweet here from Blaze in KC. The Browns say they plan to hire their next head coach through a temp agency. Funny, but obviously there's only one way this thing should go. Forget the Josh McDaniels hokum. Norv is the answer. Norv and the Browns. Meantime, here, Browns, this is for you. It's the brown paper bag of shame. Consider it your new logo. Till next time, or in the case of the Browns, next century, try not to embarrass yourselves. Yeah, Happy New Year indeed, Phil Rivers.
Shame.